I wish I never discovered corn. You know, like corn on the cob, obviously, right? Corn gives you instant gratification. It destroys your mind. It ruins your ability to enjoy the real thing as much. It makes you sexualize women in real life. I think corn is like just a general like horrible thing for society. It makes you lazy. It ruins your like drive because it gives you instant gratification and dopamine without working for it. And anything that does that, for the most part, is not good. You wake up in the morning, first thing you do, some corn. Your motivation to get your school done, to get your work done, goes down. Your ability to do that goes down. It is a general, and then it takes away from, like, a lot of guys, they'll consume that and then they won't pursue the real thing. Whereas if they weren't consuming that, they would pursue the real thing. And now they're consuming corn and then they're like, oh, why can't I get any? Why am I weak? Why is this? Like, nobody will want you if you are a corn addict. You will feel worse. Your whole life will feel worse because your dopamine will be messed up. Your drive. You will do worse in life. Like, let's say there's guys who maybe consume corn who still got like that 6-figure job, who are still doing good. If you weren't consuming that, you would have got even more. You are limiting yourself. You know, it's just like if you're an athlete and you're smoking. There's professional athletes that smoke. They would be doing even better. They'd run even faster if they weren't smoking, you know? It's just like that. It just brings your life down. So I really implore you to go cold turkey. Cut the corn out. And I promise you, within 6 months, within even less than that, your drive will be so much better for getting real women, for doing real things, for achieving real goals. You're wasting your time. A lot of guys, it's an hour of their day. That's an extra hour that you could be working, doing something productive, bettering yourself. I'm confident that, like, your depression levels, you'd spend less days of the year sad if you weren't. Because it's ruining your dopamine, your ability to enjoy food, your ability to enjoy lifting, your ability to enjoy achievements. Like, if you're someone who uses corn, that feeling after a nice pump will make you less happy than it would if you weren't consuming corn. That's how this stuff works. And it's an addiction. You're gonna feel ashamed, man. And especially if you're someone who's, most people nowadays, like, no one talks about this, but most people nowadays are starting when they're like 12, 13. Like, you just get shown this stuff in middle school and then you're cooked. You're already addicted. I've seen like crazy examples of people looking up this insane, like, freaky stuff, and they're so young, and it's sad. And that's just what has happened to our society. I mean, that's why, I commend my state. They've banned the big, you know, the hub site that's really popular. It's completely banned in my state because they were promoting it to younger people and they weren't doing enough to verify that, you know, only people that were 18 were on the site. I'm against it overall. I mean, if you're an adult and you want to use it, that's your life. There could maybe be some benefits. But it's just not really. It's not worth it. The best situation is to never get into that cycle, you know? Because there's some guys that are like, man, I'm stressed out, and, you know, one of them, nice corn on the cob, and I'll feel better, right? It'll take away the stress. But the reason that is because you've grown accustomed to it. You got like addicted to it. It's the same thing when like people get, you know, used to the drinking, right? And they're like alcoholics. And then now it's like, man, I've had a bad day. This and this happened. I need a drink, you know? You're becoming reliant on it. It's not healthy. So please, 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 especially if you are younger, especially if you've never watched it, which is going to be nobody that watches this, if anyone ever watches this video, has ever like not consumed it. But please do your best to cut it out. It's been your big brother Jake. Laters.